everybody, and welcome to round 2 of Morrill Elementary School's book tournament. Today we have The Three Silly Billies. This book is by Margie Palatini and it's illustrated by Barry Mosier. The publisher for this book is, I just looked it up. The publisher for this book is Simon & Schuster Books for Young Reading. And it will be up against Three Billy Goats Gruff or Three Strikes, You're Out by Ted Dewin, and it is published by Scholastic. So, Three Silly Billies. The Three Silly Billies were ready to kick up their heels and have some fun in the sun. They packed up their old jalopy, and with a spit, a chug, and a honk, off they tootled. Down the hill and through the woods went the Billies until they came to a small wooden bridge that crossed a very deep river. Clackety-clack, clackety-clack, clackety-clack. "Who's crossing my bridge?" shouted a grumpy, stumpy little man who was blocking their path. "We're the Billies, Billy Bob, Billy Bo, and just plain Billy," exclaimed the biggest Billy, who was Bob. "We revved up and we're ready to roll. Hold on to your horsepower," said the little man with a stomp, and a snort. "This is a troll bridge, and I'm the troll. Now, start passing the buck." "A buck?" said just plain Billy. "But that's 4 quarters, 10 dimes, 20 nickels, 100 pennies. That's one whole dollar." "This isn't a freeway," said the greedy, grumpy little man. "Just show me the money." Billy Bob had 30 cents. Billy Bo had 20 cents. As usual, just plain Billy had no sense at all. No matter how they added it up, the Three Silly Billies did not have enough money to pay the troll. But the middle Billy, who was Bo, had an idea. "What we need is a carpool. We can share the fare." So Billy Bob opened the trunk. Billy Bo pumped up the pool. And just plain Billy fetched some pails of water. With a splish, a splash, and a splosh, the Three Silly Billies grabbed their rubber duckies and jumped into their carpool. "We'll just wait for someone to jump in and join us," said Billy Bo with a bob. The troll grumbled. "Crazy kids." He shook his head at their silliness, and he stomped back to his troll booth. And then, clackety-clack, clackety-clack, clackety-clack. "Who's crossing my bridge?" shouted the troll. "It's just us, the 3 bears from the other side of the river," answered the big Papa Bear. "We're taking a walk through the woods before dinner." "Looky here, Teddy," said the little man with a stamp, a stomp, and a snort. "All you'll be eating is dust from the detour unless you start coughing up some coins." "Oh dear," said Papa Bear, looking in his wallet. "I only have 1 thin dime." "Oh my," said Mama Bear, peeking into her purse. "I only have 1 wooden nickel." Baby Bear cried, "Don't count on me. I don't even get an allowance." The troll grunted, "Then take a hike." Mama Bear fretted, "Whatever will we do if we don't get home soon? Our porridge will be cold." "I hate cold porridge," said Papa Bear with a worried sigh. "Why not add money to our money?" blurted Billy Bob. "Join our carpool so we can just cross the bridge together." "Makes a lot of sense to me," said Baby Bear. "Where are my water wings?" So Billy Bob added up the moolah. Billy Bo held out the pot, and Papa, Mama, and little baby bear jumped feet first into the carpool. The water was just right. I still say that our idea is all wet, mumbled the troll. He shook his head at their silliness, and he stomped back to his troll booth. And then, clackety-clack, clackety-clack, clackety-clack. Who's crossing my bridge? Shouted the troll. It's only me, Little Red Riding Hood. I'm on my way to Grandma's house. Well, you can kiss Senior Granny goodbye unless you have a bill in that basket, said the little man with a stamp and a stomp and a snort. Can't you see the sign? Oh my goodness, what a big troll you have, sighed Little Red Riding Hood. But all Little Red Riding Hood could find in her basket was one crummy quarter, a gooey nickel, and 3 sticky pennies. Hey, Red, don't be blue, cried out Billy Bob. Pool your resources with ours so that we can cross the bridge together. Count me in, said Little Red, making a big splash. Pitiful party animals, grumbled the troll. He shook his head at their silliness and he stomped back to the troll booth. And then, clackety-clack, clackety-clack, clackety-clack. Who's crossing my bridge? Shouted the troll. It's just Jack. I'm bringing my poor mother some magic beans I traded for our cow. Beans? You need a reality check, Junior, said the little man with a stamp and a stomp and a snort. The boy held out his hand. But all I have left is these beans and 2 pennies. Then hit the road, Jack, shouted the troll, spilling the beans into the river. Poor Jack didn't have a clue what to do. Don't worry, kiddo, cried out Billy Bo. Put in your 2 cents over here. So splish splash, in jumped Jack, who plunked down his pennies and topped off the pot. The troll stamped and stomped, he stormed and stewed, he snorted and cavorted until he was blue in the face. I want my money, you 4-legged button skis, shouted the tramp. He shouted, tramping up to the carpool. Give it to me now! 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 Mama Bear raised an eyebrow at such behavior. You know, my little fellow, I think you deserve everything that's coming to you. The troll snorted. So let me have it. Billy Bob looked at Billy Bo, who gave a nod to just plain Billy, who pulled the plug. Everybody out of the pool! Whoosh! Man overboard, cried out Billy Bob, tossing the troll a spare tire, and the grumpy, greedy little man glugged and gulped. Jack, Red, Papa, Mama, and little baby bear waved goodbye, and they floated safely to the other side of the river, where they hurried home to meet their mother, visit Granny, and eat their porridge. The 3 silly Billies turned over the pot and dropped every last penny, nickel, dime, and quarter into the troll's booth. Plink, plonk, clink, clink, clunk. Exactly $1. And across the small wooden bridge that crossed the very deep river went the 3 silly Billies for some fun in the sun, which would be the end. But then, clickety-clack, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Oh, who's crossing my bridge now? Grumbled the troll with a soggy sigh and a gurgle. Just little old me, bellowed the giant with a sniff. Fee-fi-fo-fum, is that a troll I smell? Yummy, yum, yum. And now the bridge is under new management. All right, so that's your first book, 3 Silly Billies. And your second book is 3 Billy Goats Gruff, or 3 Strikes You're Out. Again, this is by Ted Dewan, and it's published by Scholastic. Not long ago, there lived 3 billy goat brothers, a little one, a middle one, and a big one, the 3 billy goats Gruff. The billy goat brothers never stopped nibbling. Day and night, they nibbled everything in sight. Then, when everything in sight was gone, they went somewhere else, looking for more things to nibble. One day, little billy goat Gruff nibbled his way to a plain far away from his brothers. Then all of a sudden, he stopped nibbling. His eyes popped open wide. Across the gorge lay the most dazzling sight he had ever seen. "Oh, now that's a treat," squeaked little billy goat Gruff. Luckily, he spotted a bridge across and he scampered down to get on as fast as he could. But beneath the bridge lived a grumpy troll who was always monstrously hungry. "Stop, pay the toll, then go away," is what the sign says. Little billy goat Gruff trotted onto the troll's bridge. His little feet went clip-clop, clippity-clop over the troll's head. The troll stirred in his bed, and when he heard clippity-clop overhead, and then in a growly voice he said, "Billy goat footsteps, clippity-clop, sounds like breakfast up on top. I'll gobble him up and down he'll roll with milk and sugar in a cereal bowl." "I'm going to eat you." "Eat me?" said the little billy goat. "I'm hardly a mouthful for a great big troll like you, but my bigger brother would make a delicious goat sandwich. Let me by, and he'll be sure to come along. You wait and see." "Delicious goat sandwich?" said the greedy troll. "Move along, kid. I'll wait for him." So little billy goat Gruff trotted on by to nibble in the lush green meadow. Soon, the other 2 billy goat brothers began to worry. "Where's little billy goat?" asked middle billy goat Gruff. "He's wandered off again, has he?" grumbled big billy goat Gruff. "We'd better find him quick before he gets into trouble. You go left and I'll go right. We'll meet in the center." Middle billy goat Gruff found his little brother nibbling away in the meadow. "Ooh, that looks tasty," said the middle billy goat Gruff. He spotted the troll's bridge and he scrambled down to get to it as fast as he could. Middle billy goat trotted to the wooden boards. Trip-trop, trippity-trop over the troll's head. Snarling and snorting, the hungry troll boomed. "Billy goat footsteps, trippity-trop, sounds like luncheon up on top. I'll gobble him up and down he'll go with pickled eggs and a sausage roll." "I'm going to eat you." "Who, me?" said middle billy goat Gruff. "I'm hardly a snack for a mighty troll like you, but my big brother would burst in your belly. Let me by and he'll be sure to come along. You wait and see." "A belly-bursting billy goat?" slobbered the greedy troll. You'll never have seen such a big, juicy goat in all your life," piped middle billy goat Gruff. "Why, he's so big." "Go away, or I'll eat you too," thundered the troll. And so middle billy goat did just that. The troll, who was very hungry by now, climbed down into his kitchen. He filled a huge pot with water and he dropped it onto his stove. He grabbed some bits of wood and he stuffed them under the pot. Then he set the wood on fire and the massive pot began to hiss and crackle. The troll smacked his lips and fidgeted as he waited for big billy goat Gruff. And he waited, and he waited, and he waited. And just as the pot began to boil, stomp, stomp went big billy goat's big feet. Stomp, stomp, stompity stomp over the troll's head. The troll burst open his trap drawer, bellowing, "Billy goat footsteps, stompity stomp, sounds like dinner up on top. I'll gobble him up and down he'll drop to the bottom of my belly with a mighty plop. But stomp, 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 stomp. Stompity stomp, whop! Big Billy Goat Gruff butted the troll so high in the sky that he never came down again. And so the three Billy Goats Gruff spent the rest of their days nibbling and nibbling and nibbling until they could nibble no more. Game over. All right, it's your turn to vote. Let me know which book you liked the best by 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll announce it on tomorrow's morning announcements. The 3 Silly Billies, or the 3 Billy Goats Gruff, or 3 strikes, you're out. Let me know.